Hey VC, it's Mrjoenaz again. Haven't put a video out in a while, so been real busy, but I'm going to do another one for you today. So I'm here in Montebello, and I'm going to the record jungle. I was able to sell my albums there, and I also was able to do quite a bit of swapping of my album for lots of different albums, and I've done some swap meeting and different things. Okay, so I'm here with Jasmine, and Jasmine just went ahead and gave me 25 a piece for the Levinstone, my new record, A Proper Box of Fireworks. Appreciate it, Jasmine.
Yeah, no problem.
Really appreciate that very much. Here at the Record Jungle in Montebello. Right on. And your name is?
Julian.
All right. Thanks. Thanks, Julian. Right on. But anyway, I want to get right into it because there's a lot of records. Okay? So, again, I'm going to do my top 10s. I'm going to do my favorites, stuff like that. I've done a Beatles one. I've gotten some other Beatles since then, but I've done a Beatles. I've done my favorite Beatles, so hopefully you might go back and enjoy that one. But okay, so here we go. All right, so this is The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. On track. I got this one at the Rose Bowl, and it's in near mint shape. It's almost perfect. Aretha Now, original pressing on Atlantic with the original plastic in just perfect shape. As you know, those of you who watch my YouTube videos, I'm trying to get all the faces stuff, and I was able to pick up a nod is as good as a wink. Pretty good shape. Picked up Jimi Hendrix War Heroes. Here's a really great record, Albert King Livewire Blues Power. Original stacks in just fabulous shape, unbelievable shape, no brainer. The Best of Procol Harum. This is I'm a big fan of Berlin, and been looking for their second record, and Love Life. I was able to finally find a decent copy. Really dig that record. This one as well. I have all the INXS albums that I want, except this one, The Swing. Been looking for a copy of this as well. Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. This is my favorite Christopher Cross record. Has the Songs That Matter from Christopher Cross. This one I've been looking for as well, actually. I used to have this when I was younger, and it meant a great deal to me. And it was nice to finally find one in decent shape. Till Tuesday, Voices Carry. Good record. I bought this basically for the one song, Georgia Satellites. Keep your hands to yourself. I didn't have this in my collection. I've had it many times, but always got rid of it. And I actually found one with the poster in the plastic, perfect shape. Bob Dylan's greatest hits. Perfect shape. Unbelievable. I picked this one up, Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland, with the WR logo. The cover is not in the greatest, but the records are good. This was a tried out by, this is a band called Time, self-titled. The Outlaws' greatest hits. Can't beat that. I used to play Outlaws stuff with my band Dixie Highway years ago. We're no longer together, but we did a lot of shows. This is something that just, I saw the cover and it wasn't expensive, so I picked it up, and it's actually pretty good. It sounds a lot like Blondie. Sounds like Blondie meets Pat Benatar type of thing. The Orchids, 1980. George Harrison, self-titled, 1979. Was listening to this, great record. Was pleasantly surprised. These next ones I was really happy to get a hold of. The Shy Lights, greatest hits. Listen to this, great record. You know, I knew the regular hits, Have You Seen Her and Oh Girl, but listening to the rest of it, it was great. This is something, again, from when I was younger, Wendy and Lisa. This is called Fruit at the Bottom. Was really happy to get a hold of this one. I let it go years ago. The song on here is Are You My Baby? Great tune. This was some good stuff. Carl Perkins and NRBQ, Boppin' the Blues. I like the Carl Perkins stuff on here. Really good. He kind of shares the album with NRBQ. Been looking for a copy of this, the Little River Band's greatest hits. Was able to actually find a copy. And you younger people that are watching this, if you've never heard of the Little River Band, this was a band that was huge in its day. Huge. And some great songs. Picked up the Four Tops, great songs and performances that inspired the Motown 25th Anniversary TV special. In fabulous shape. No brainer. The Marvelettes' greatest hits. Original Motown. No brainer. The song on here, of course, is Please Mr. Postman, for me. Was real happy to find this. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, The Tears of a Clown, 1970. This is a redo of a record that they did in '66 or something like that. But it's 1970 Motown. And it's not a redo, it is from 1970. And it is still in the plastic. Unbelievable, in fantastic shape. Speaks for itself. The OJ's greatest hits. In the plastic, or the shrink. In the shrink. Perfect shape. Kind of a no-brainer. This is a band that I've been going to see for a long time, and they had CDs out, but I'd never seen any of the records. And I was able to pick up the records. I know some of the guys from this band, Double O Soul, the solid sounds of the 8-piece brotherhood. This is Cuban meets African meets jazz. Excellent dance music. Highly recommend it. I've got a huge Eagles collection. I have all of their records, but I did not have this one. And this is, I found this at Fingerprints in Long Beach. Desperado, in the shrink, perfect shape, original press. Had to have it. And I listened to it the other day. Fantastic record. Really sad about Glenn Frey dying. Definitely one of my heroes. This, as you, those of you who watch my videos, you know I'm trying to get all the Carpenter's stuff. But I want it in really good shape, of course, and original press. And I found an original pressing, sealed, of Close to You. And I was very, very happy to get hold of that. I'm a huge Prodigy fan. You may not think that by looking at me or some of the records I listen to, but I have all their records on CD, all their albums, I should say, on CD. But I found this the other day, one of my favorite tunes by them, Smack My Bitch Up. With different remixes. Really happy to get a hold of that. This is an album I'm not as huge a fan of, but for the money, I couldn't leave it where it was. And I've listened to it, and it's okay, in my opinion. I'm not a huge Grateful Dead fan, but this is Garcia. Original press. Good enough to keep in the collection. Real happy to get a hold of this. Blondie's first record. Not original press, chrysalis, but still happy to have it till I get an original press. Original pressing, been looking for this for a long time. Big fan of Smith. In really, really fantastic shape. The song on here, of course, is Baby It's You. But everything that this gal sings on here, I love it. I got the Isle of Wight Atlanta Pop Festival on record. This has Jimi Hendrix, Johnny Winter, Sly, Family Stone, 10 Years After, Miles Davis, Mountain, Allman Brothers, Procol Harum, you know. Just in really great shape, too. This was, wow, man. When I found this, I was real happy. I've gotten real lucky last couple of Janis Joplin things I picked up. And this has got them Cosmic Blues again. You guys got to see this. This is an original pressing. Okay, it's almost perfect. Look at those corners. I mean, it's so beautiful. And it's like brand new, original. I just was real happy to get a hold of that. Real happy. This is Kansas live album, 2 for the show. Let's take it out and show you that it's got on Kirshner. Interesting. Good live album. Love Kansas as well. Oh, I was able to pick up this Chick Corea Inner Space. Again, double album. cool inside. And I'm a huge Chick Corea fan. I've got a lot of his piano. He's got 3 of them, I think. I have 2 of them. His piano improvisation albums. I can sit and listen to those over and over again. I have. Just love them. This was interesting. Out of Genesis Live, French pressing on the famous Charisma label. And I haven't seen this before, but it's a Charisma label that's black, and it says SACM on there as a label as well, but I just never seen that, and it's a French pressing, so, and it plays beautiful. I already have it on the regular color Charisma label, but finding it on the black label, I was like, you know what? I'm keeping that. Found this. This is pretty cool. This is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, one of my favorite songs that they do, and it's a picture disc, Knock Me Down. If you see me getting mad, if you see me getting high, knock me down. I love that song. Okay, here's Dead or Alive, Youthquake. This is their first record, I believe. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record. Couldn't walk away from this. This is they redid a soundtrack for Metropolis. The original Metropolis is a silent movie, and they did a redo for this in the 80s, I believe, and they have several people on it. Freddie Mercury, Pat Benatar, John Anderson, Bonnie Tyler, Loverboy, Adamant, to name a few. And it's really interesting. Thought I'd show you the cover. I just think that is way cool, you know. And the album is decent. There's some decent songs on here. Not going to say it's great, but just the cover alone is worth buying it. I dig Metropolis. It's a very interesting film. Okay, and then I've got, I was able to get I haven't even seen this before and didn't even know it existed, actually. And I went to this concert back in 1983 with The Clash, and I guess they put it out live. This is the Who's Last. Records are in great shape. It's got a little bit of damage on the front, but I'm not worried about that. But here's the inside cover. And again, the records are in really great shape. I also picked up Looking on the Move, which is the last Move album with Roy Wood and Jeff Lynne together. And this is a fabulous record. And this is original on Fly Records. You may laugh at me, don't care. I have been looking for a copy of this for a long time. The Union Gap, first record with featuring Gary Puckett, Woman Woman. It's an original first pressing in the plastic and just perfect. And this thing plays beautiful. I was very happy to pick that up. Another beautiful Zinnemann Dada. This was part of my teens. Love this record. I used to play it over and over and over and over again. In the plastic, perfect shape. Promo sticker on it. no brainer. Sly and the Family Stone stand, perfect shape, original pressing. It's just a it's a no-brainer. I'm a huge Sly fan. Look at that. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I had picked up David Gilmour's Rattle That Lock. And I listened to this. It's a good record. There's some things on here that are different, but it's enjoyable. Here's the Cocteau Twins. And this is an EP with Love's Easy Tears, Those Eyes, That Mouth, and Sighs, Smell of Farewell. To me, Cocteau Twins, no-brainer, must have. Was able to pick this up, The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. Very underrated Roger Waters record. I really like it. At least that's what I've heard in my circles. Maybe in your circles, you guys love it. This one is interesting. This is Elvis 1969 Year in Review. The Memphis Record, that's what it's called. And this is a double album. Basically gives you the whole story about his late 60s recordings, which are some of his best in my opinion. The late 60s stuff, really good. Again, Carpenter's record, Yesterday, Once More, kind of like a greatest hits compilation. Double album. I used to play some of this band's music, Alabama, in my band Dixie Highway. This is Alabama's greatest hits. Just can't get enough of Love in the First Degree. Great song. Already had this, but I couldn't pass this up. Jim Croce, Life and Times, sealed. I just couldn't walk away from that. I also picked up Rage Against the Machine. This is their first record. Here's King Crimson, In the Wake of Poseidon. And believe it or not, I've had this record several times. I always sold it, got rid of it. But believe it or not, I didn't have this. And now, never mind the Bullocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. Fantastic record. I was able to pick up the rare version of Guns N' Roses Live. There's a few words on the front cover that are different than the one that was made later. This is actually a first pressing. And I've been looking for this for a long time, and I finally picked up a copy. Appetite for Destruction with the original front cover. The band cover. And last but not least, I'd like to say that David Bowie was definitely one of the reasons I play music, you know. I told this story on Facebook, but he, first time I ever heard David Bowie, I think I was 7 or 8 years old, and Golden Years was on the radio on my mom's console stereo. And at that time when I was that little, and I can still remember it like yesterday, I would be sitting on the couch or something doing whatever, and if a song, I really liked a song, I'd go and I'd sit down by the speakers, you know, on the console, and just kind of let the music envelop me. And I remember with Golden, and if I really liked something, I'd get up and dance. My mom was into dancing. She would dance whenever the inclination hit her. If the music was really moving her, she'd just get up and start moving, and it didn't matter, you know. And I was the same way. If something really got me and got me to moving, then you know, and if I really liked it, I'd get up and just start moving, you know, and dancing. And I still go to dance clubs today. I love to go dancing, and but I remember halfway through that song, I just got up and started moving, and then my mom got up and she started dancing with me. And that song is just, there's so much going on in that song. There's so many influences on that song, and I still to this day I love that song. But you know, of course, I grew in my love for David Bowie from that time on. And to me, he's one of the greats, you know, like Elvis and Elton John and Billy Joel and the Beatles, and you know, these are the people that you know, the Stones and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and you know, the Who, and these are the, you know, there's no rock and roll without these people. Chuck Berry, you know, they're you know, the Beach Boys, and there's no rock and roll without them. And I think I have almost every David Bowie album, and I will do a special on David Bowie eventually. But I bought this on his birthday, on that Friday before he died. He died on a Monday, and I bought this on Friday. I jumped through a lot of hoops to get this record. I went to Barnes & Noble, and I looked through the front of the store, their records, and I didn't really search there, but I kind of looked through and didn't see it. So I went to the very back of Barnes & Noble, and I talked to the guy there, and he looked it up on his computer. He goes, well, it should be right there. So, of course, I had to go back and search again, went through every single record, couldn't find it. They also have a thing of records on the side of the building. So I went back to him, and he says, go look over there. So I go over there, I go look at that. They're not there. So then I just went to information, and I was kind of perturbed by that time. And I'm talking to the gal, and she looked it up, and she goes, oh yeah, and then around, it's here, you know, I don't know why you're not finding it. And then about that time, a manager came up, and he said to me, can I help you, sir? Because he could see that I was kind of perturbed. And I says, yes, I'm looking for the David Bowie release on clear vinyl, Black Star, which I had told the other two. And he says, I didn't know it was out. And I was kind of surprised that he's a manager, and he didn't know that the album was out. That kind of surprised me. And the other ones didn't know either. They go, oh really? They had no clue. And I was kind of surprised. But so he took me back to the original guy in the back. He looks it up the computer. He says, it says we have him here. So, and then eventually they called up this gal from the back, and she came out, and then she said, I'll go look for it. I can't guarantee anything. She goes back. She comes back out, and she goes, we have one left. We have one. And I was kind of like, you have one left on, but you know, and they didn't even know that it was going to be released. It was released that day. I mean, I used to work at Barnes & Noble. I was the music manager there, and if David Bowie was coming out with a new record, believe me, we would have known, and it would have been a big old thing, and we'd have had it out. So they didn't even have any of the black vinyl out. So it was very, I was really surprised. Anyhow, I was able to get it, the clear vinyl of David Bowie's Black Star. Now I'm going to be honest with you, not only did I want the album, but, you know, hearing that there was a clear vinyl version I knew it's going to double or triple in price, you know, eventually, and that it would be something worth having. And who had a clue that David Bowie was going to die? That it never even entered your mind, because you didn't think, you know, oh, he's still going strong, he's making records. Nobody knew he was sick, except maybe his friends and family, you know. So you just bought it because it was David Bowie, you know. And then to see that him die on that Monday was absolutely devastating. I bawled like a baby that night. And only certain people have done that for me, and it's surprising when it happens, because a lot of times I don't cry when people that I don't know have died. I remember the last person that happened for with me was John Ritter, from Three's Company fame. I kind of grew up with him, and John Ritter was very important to me. And so hearing him die, I kind of cried again. But Bowie was huge. Bowie was a big loss for rock and roll. And I've heard, though, that he's got some releases coming out of stuff that in 2018 or something like that. I've heard online. So I hope that happens. But I was really happy to get a hold of this. And I've seen him going from $1,000 to $2,000 for the clear vinyl, which absolutely blows my mind. This will probably never leave my sight, because I could never get another one. There's only 5,000 of them made, so I was lucky to happen to get one. I cared about Bowie, and I've said that in a lot of my videos that I've made for the VC. So here's David Bowie, and a long legacy of amazing music that inspires me, and I'm sure inspires all of you. Thanks again. As I always say, love, light, and peace. Take care. So this is where they put it on the top shelf with all of their other records.